Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you someone who's afraid of snakes? Or maybe you've gotten your first pet snake and suddenly realized that you're afraid to handle it. If so, then keep watching because this video is for you. I've been keeping snakes for many years, and actually since before YouTube, the internet, or even cell phones even existed. And in all of that time, I've never been bitten by a snake. I couldn't even tell you what being bitten by a snake feels like. And I'm not telling you that to brag, but to let you know that it is possible to avoid being bitten by your pet snake. It mostly has to do with socializing your snake well from a very early age. I've been having so much fun taking care of these baby garter snakes. They're now 8 weeks old, and it's incredible how fast they're growing. It's been the first time in my life that I've been able to work on socializing snakes from the moment they were born. And in a very short amount of time, they've become less and less afraid of me. It's really given me a lot to think about because I've always had this idea that baby snakes are naturally afraid of everything. But now I'm starting to question if that's really true. Any other snake I've ever had came from a breeder and was at least 2 or 3 months old when I got them, and usually a bit older than that. And while they receive good care, most breeders work with so many snakes they don't have time to work on socializing all of their baby snakes before they go to new homes. So for most snakes, their first several months of life are spent in baby tubs with very little human interaction. So of course they're going to be scared when suddenly some stranger is trying to handle them. Many people find that even though they're excited to get their first snake, they get it home and suddenly realize that they're afraid to handle or interact with it. Maybe it shows some scared or defensive behavior, and that just reinforces your fear. The thing to know is that most defensive behavior is just a bluff. And besides, even a baby snake larger than these are too small to do any damage if they do happen to bite you. So try to get over that fear and nervousness and just be calm and gentle. After all, how can you expect your snake to learn to trust you if you don't trust it? For many people, this socialization process becomes as much about training them as it is about training their snake. The first steps to socializing a baby snake are very easy. You might first take time to just sit by their enclosure where they can see you there and let them get used to your presence. Maybe just sit and read a book or something. Then take that up a notch by laying your hand flat in the enclosure near them. Be slow and gentle and don't make any fast or jerky movements. Just keep your hands still and let the snake get used to it being there. I was really happy that in this entire clutch of babies there were no stillborns, but you might notice that this baby here has a little bit of a deformity, a kink in its body. And I was really worried about it, but I think that it's not holding him back at all, and he's going to be just fine. Eventually, you can start moving your hand closer and closer. If your snake hisses or rattles its tail, don't react to it. Just keep your hand still. At some point, your snake might get brave enough to come up and sniff your hand or even crawl onto your hand. If it does, stay relaxed and keep your hand still, because that's good progress. Your snake is learning who you are and what you smell like, and they're learning that you're not a threat to them. At this stage, try not to force yourself on the snake or try to pick it up yet. Just be patient and try to let the snake come to you. Then, eventually, you'll be able to scoop them up into your hand and find that they don't mind it at all. I understand people being afraid of snakes. We've been taught to feel that way, and it's been conditioned into our culture for thousands of years. But really, snakes are inherently peaceful and docile animals. I mean, look at how gentle and curious these guys are. And how can you be afraid of these adorable little faces? The key is to do this often and consistently. I've been doing this every day with these babies for the last 8 weeks, and at first they were pretty skittish about me. But you can see now they aren't showing any fear or defensiveness at all. And if you take the time to do this consistently, over time, as they grow into adults, you and your snake will develop a bond of trust, and you'll have a snake that is completely tame and friendly towards you. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.